Hello everybody and welcome to Storm Reads, and today I'm going to talk about some books that I got. I'm going to do a book haul, and I got these a few days ago, and they're a bunch of old romances and things. And I know you're probably saying, Stormy, now you said you were just going to read the romances that you have and not get any more. But when I go to places like this place, it's called Antique-ish, and I see a whole bunch of things that I want. I just can't help myself. I didn't get everything. I wanted to, but I didn't. And I figure if I go back later and they're still there, they were meant to be mine. If not, then that's okay. But yeah. But I got some that I thought looked interesting anyway. And so we're going to talk about those. But first, I would like to say thank you to all the subscribers that I've gotten lately. It's really exciting to see my channel grow. So I'm really excited and really thankful that for all the people that have decided to follow me lately. And so I hope you enjoy everything that I have on here. And with that, we'll get into the book haul. So probably my favorite, or one of my favorite Harlequins are the Intrigue, and then the Romantic Suspense would be the next ones. And so I found this one. It's Expiration Date by Amy Thurlow. It's the Harlequin Intrigue. It's number 109. And this one is from 1989. And I like the older covers a lot better than some of the newer covers. I'm finding out I like the older covers with the white. It's kind of pretty. This one says, Andy O'Reilly was dead, suddenly, tragically, violently, and no one knew why. His partner, private investigator Melanie Cardenas, maybe, was desperate for answers. His estranged son Patrick was out for revenge. Their qualifications were excellent, but Patrick, on leave from the Air Force Office of Special Investigations, was used to command, and Melanie, trained by Andy himself and bound to him by loyalty and affection, was determined to keep control. Pursued by Andy's killer, they couldn't afford to fight each other. Working together was their only hope to success, for justice and for love. I don't know. Sounds good. And here's another Harlequin Intrigue, and it's called Without a Past by Judy Lind. And this one is from 1994. And it's number 260. And see how the cover has changed. I'm not really sure I like it, but it is what it is. It says, who is this woman of mystery? It's like really weird because that woman there don't look like that woman there. So it was kind of freaky. It says, her past has been erased. The Witness Protection Program has taken her name, her family, her history, and her freedom. And now Anne Faraday was hiding alone and in fear. Her present was dangerous. Her new life was founded on lies and deceits, filled with false faces and sinister strangers. There were many new men in this make-believe world who might heal her loneliness, but none of them were to be trusted. Her future was Luke McCullough, but his eyes watched her too closely. His steps were too stealthy and his appearance too mysterious. The gun-packing cowboy was every inch a seductive predator, and could only hope he intended to love her and not kill her. Sounds pretty good. I think this is my least favorite cover of the Intrigue that I have in this haul. And this one is called Lethal Lover by Laura Gordon. And it's from the Dangerous Men. And it's the Harlequin Intrigue. And this one is from 1995. And it's number 345. And I'm not a really big fan of this cover. But it says, reunited, dark and dangerous bounty hunter Reed McKenna bore little resemblance to the man Tess Elliott once loved. Now stranded on Grand Cayman Islands together, her cousin mysterious disappearance, Tess was surrounded by enemies, and Reed appeared to be the only friend in sight. Could she trust the very man who once betrayed her? sounds good, but I don't like the cover. I like this cover, though. I think it's kind of pretty. This one is Tell Me No Lies by Patricia Rosemore, and it's number 386 from the Intrigue line, and it's from 1996. And I like this cover and the one from 1989 the best. I mean, if I'm going to pick, I still like this cover better, but I do like these better than the other ones. What about you? The McKenna Legacy. Does Skelly McKenna have what it takes to fulfill it? Skelly McKenna didn't believe in his grandmother's legacy, but then Rosalind Van Strutten walked into his office and into his heart. Rosalind held the key to the story of a lifetime, one that could make his career and ruin her family. Rosalind needed to know the unvarnished truth about what happened the night her legendary grandmother confessed to murder. The irreverent Skelly McKenna wasn't exactly her first choice in investigative partner. Unfortunately, he was her only choice. Truth be known, she didn't trust him, but she did want him. That's all the intrigue that I found. And here is a Harlequin super romance, The Australian Heiress by Margaret Way. And I grabbed this one because I was curious, because I have some in her, like, the more vintage looking Harlequins, just the regular Harlequin romance from Margaret Way. And I was kind of curious to compare them. And it is Australian, so. It says, Camellia Guilford is the daughter and heiress of a powerful Australian financier, but she hasn't inherited the fortune everyone thinks she has. Instead, her father's mysterious death has left her with an unexpected legacy of bitterness. She blames one man for her father's decline, Nick Lombard. She cast him as her enemy, as the man who wanted to see her fail. Yet much of what she learns about Nick is unpredictable, surprising. Like the fact that he has a little girl he adores. No less surprising is Camille's attraction to him, an attraction he seems to return. Can you fall in love with your enemy? I think it sounds really good. And this is the Harlequin Super Romance. I don't know if I said it was number 762, in case you're wondering. I thought this find was really cool because I've hauled 2 other books in this series, and they were books number 2 and number 3, and then I found number 1, so I thought that was pretty cool. This is, it's the Stars of Mirtha series. It's called Hidden Star by Nora Roberts, and this one is 811 in the Silhouette Intimate books, and it says, The Dame with a Diamond. She couldn't remember a thing, not even who she was, but it was clear Bailey James was in trouble, big trouble, and she desperately needed Cade Paris to help her live long enough to find out just what kind. The moment the cool-headed private eye laid eyes on the fragile beauty, she almost had him forgetting who he was. If Bailey was a criminal, Cade would eat his PI license. But what was she doing with a satchel full of cash and a diamond as big as a baby's fist? And how could he unravel this mystery if he kept tripping over his heart? Sounds good. They all sound good. And I remember reading these back in the day. When did this come out? This came out in December 12th. This came out in December 2012. So it's not as old as the other ones. But I do remember liking these because they were like the paranormal, supernatural ones. And I think they quit making these. So it's a Harlequin Nocturne. And this is Holiday with a Vampire 4. And it's got, I'm guessing 3 stories in here maybe. From Susan Kinnard, Teresa Mayer, and Linda Thomas Sundstrom. And it says, don't be afraid to snuggle up with these sexy, immortal heroes. They will weave their way into your fantasies and spice up your cold winter nights. So, I don't know. But I haven't read any of the Nocturne in like forever ago. And so, yeah, really intrigued. Then I think this is the first Temptation that I have. This is a Harlequin Temptation. And I just really like the cover. I don't know, the brown tones I really liked. And it's called Home Fires by Candace Schuler. And it's from 1987, and it's number 183. That's in fairly good condition, too. Lily Talbot was warmth and comfort, and Grant Saxton was freedom and adventure. He was the man who spurned any form of domesticity, but she opened the door of her resort home to him one blustery night and let him into her life. Despite his brisk, independent manner, Grant charmed Lily's 3 children and enthralled her with his tender love. Though she knew he was a loner, never to be confined, maybe she could take what he offered just this once. Oop, I missed one. I was trying to put them in the. But this was a Harlequin Intrigue, and I didn't see the intrigue part because you can barely see it, so not very good design. So here's another intrigue. Time and Tide by Eva Gladstone. And it is part of a decade of danger and desire. So, timeless love. Okay. It's number 295. The Devil and the Deep Blue Sea. I'm intrigued already. Thoroughly modern Bree Keeley was obsessed by a legend. Over a century ago, amid rumors of a dark betrayal and a bitter revenge, devilish seafarer Alexander Devon went down with his doomed clipper. Yet now his restless spirit plunders Bree's dreams, claiming shocking intimacies, vowing to one day make her his. Bree's heart cried out for her spectral ancestral lover, and as if spawned by the throbbing surf, Alex Devon appeared. With his pirate black hair, his glistening sinew, Alex was maleness incarnate, and Bree felt a shiver of recognition. Had Alexander Devon defied time and tide to come for her? And would their mortal embrace rewrite his cruel fate, or erase Bree's future? Well, that's different. It's definitely different for the intrigue. Oh. Here we have another Harlequin super romance. It's Now There's Tomorrow by Cara West. And this one is number 259. It is from 1987. It says, having a man around has its advantages. Amber's career as a divorced mediator provides all the real-life drama any one human being could crave. So when her wisecracking best friend arranged that what promised to be an exciting romance for her with their handsome landlord Gil Massey, an elusive ex-cop, Amber beats a hasty retreat. But when a child was suddenly and inexplicably left on her doorstep, Amber decides she might just have room for a man with Gil's capabilities in her life after all, especially when it became crystal clear that someone was out to get them both. Well, that sounds like it's got a little bit of intrigue in this super romance, and I'm digging it. I am there for it. Then I have a historical romance, Harlequin, but I don't know what the number is. And it doesn't say. Here it is. It's on the inside down here. This is The Fire Within, number 314 by Linda Trent. I really like this cover. It's pretty. And it wrap around. I like it when they do that. It says, Megan had to make a choice. Things had changed the day war came to their mountain. Now it was time to decide between the rebel to whom she had been promised and the Union. Oh, it's going to be one of those. And the Union captain, Caleb Morgan. To choose Caleb would mean turning her back on everything that had gone before. Yet how could she surrender the man who had captured her heart? Captain Morgan was certain of only two things in life: that he hated the war and that he loved Megan, a woman of courage and of compassion who had rescued him from the cold embrace of death. Yet how could he ask her to leave behind the only life she had ever known and break her promise to another man? Oh, well, he sounds like a really nice guy. And then these are just some others that I found that aren't Harlequin. And this one is a leisure book. It's from 1977. It's called Tara by Deidre Stiles. And it says, a powerful love story set against the wild rebellious Ireland of 1870. So I like Ireland settings, so that's why I grabbed this one. Set in the turbulent Ireland of the 1870s, this powerful novel is a story of love, aristocratic Tara Moore, and the men in her life. There is the handsome British Army officer, Captain Shane Devoy, who loves her recklessly. Tara and Shane are about to be married when another man appears to change the course of her entire life. Kieran Mao is a rising young politician who must choose between his beloved Ireland and the woman he adores. This is a story of violent emotions, great houses, intrigue, rebellion, and murder. Oh, cool. Tara Moore is a superb creation, a woman who let her heart be her guide, who is ready to sacrifice everything for love. This one looked intriguing and looked a bit like a suspenseful novel, so I got this one. It's Mask of Treason by Anne Stevenson. It's a Fawcett book. It says, a deadly game of international intrigue and unexpected love. She was trapped by them both. Sounds pretty good. I like the mysterious cover. It all started innocently enough, at least for lovely Fiona Grant, who was motoring to her parents' home in Scotland for a holiday. Suddenly, everything changed when she discovered that the car blocking the highway had a dead man at the wheel. That does change things. The attractive stranger who helped her deal with this shocking event turned out to be a naval officer, Commander Max Wyndham. He told her little, but it was obvious that events of menacing proportions were unfolding here, and that Fiona was about to be drawn into a world of chaos and terror, in which she would become both suspect and victim. Now, this one sounds really good. When did this one come out? I didn't check. Well, this one's from 1979. So, yes, sounds very good. Now, I've got all these, and I'm reading all these, and they all sound really good, and I'm trying not to make myself change what I already had over here in this pile to read. Okay, this is a big chunker. Looks like an epic one. It's got 531 pages. So, that's an investment. But it's called Call Up the Morning by Clyde M. Grundy. It says, a woman of spirit is a match for a country, a cause, and a man. It just looks like it has one of those like epic kind of romance saga type things going on. It says, hope and hardship, dreams and desires. Idaho at the turn of the century was rugged, lawless wilderness, but young Deborah Dexter was determined to conquer it. Her pioneer spirit and determination was challenged by this raw paradise of forest, mountains, and shining rivers. Deborah panned for gold, invested in valuable timberland, and defended the shepherds against thieving profiteers. She fought corruption wherever she found it, and became a behind-the-scenes power in state politics. Yet Deborah was first and foremost a woman whose heart guided her destiny. Many men wanted her, One man broke her heart, but one man shared her dream of a golden future for the American West. Yep, sounds like it's going to be an epic. It sounds good. So hopefully. Then I have one more. This one is for after I read Gone with the Wind. Melissa from Libraries and Labradors really enjoyed it, so I seen it and it was only $3. And I mean, this is a big chunker. It's the hardcover, and so I couldn't pass it up. So we have Scarlet by Alexandra Ripley. And so, yeah, this, I'm guessing, is what happens to Scarlet after how things ends with Gone with the Wind. Because I've seen the movie of Gone with the Wind, and I know it didn't end well, which is why I've never read the book. But I'm going to buckle up, and I'm going to read it at some point. So, we'll see. But anyway, I just thought I'd get this one. And it also fits in with the whole, like, retro romance vibe I have going on here, because it came out in 1991. So, I didn't think it was that old, actually. I thought it was a little bit newer, but yeah. I don't want to read what it's about, because I haven't read Gone with the Wind, so I don't know if there's, like, any kind of spoily stuff, but yeah, there's that. And that's the last book that I have. And so, do any of these sound any good to you? Have you read any of them? If you have, leave a comment down below, and if any of these intrigue you, leave a comment down below. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!